Alright, next we're going to talk about some meta-defining Pokemon. And the first one is the Safeguard, which is Suicune. I just spelled that wrong. Suicune. Has Safeguard as well as Sigilyph, both the same ability. We're just going to look at Safeguard. Now, if you're running all EX Pokemons, whenever you meet a deck that runs one or two Suicunes, you may be in a lot of trouble. So you have to have some way to deal with it. Common way in the past was to use Hypnotoxic Laser with the Virbank and just use Poison it and get rid of it. Another different way is now you can use the Silent Lab, which is how my particular deck handles it. Suicune Safeguard does not work when Silent Lab is out and my EX Pokemons are okay. Then probably the next most common way is to use some sort of strong basic Pokemon that can take it out. Like I could have used Zekrom, and Zekrom's Bolt Strike will take it out one shot, but I already have my Stadia. Also, I have Crobat's abilities, which deals damage when it evolves, and it can just normally attack Suicune. So that's how you deal with Safeguard, but how about Pyroar? Pyroar is a bit different because it blocks out something else. Pyroar blocks out basic Pokemon, meaning EX Pokemons and things like Zekrom cannot attack. Meaning to be safe from Pyroar, you must use some kind of evolved Pokemon. In which case, I am using both Mega Manectric, which can one-shot it, but if I really had to, then I have to use Crobat, and I actually have videos where I had to take care of Pyroars. I'll leave that out somewhere. Now, the next one we're going to talk about is, what was it? Seismitoad. Oh dear. This thing is very, very, very popular for good reasons because it's quite dangerous. Quaking Punch prevents all item uses, and depending on how your deck is set up, you might be screwed. Like, you can't play Ultra Balls, you can't play your switches, the list goes on. Pretty much you can play no items at all. Seismitoad is very bad and it's very strong. How do you deal with it? The only real way you can deal with it is change your trainer composition so it relies more on support cards and you have to run thicker lines of Pokemon. Now in my case, I don't have Ultra Ball at all. I do use Super Scoop Ups, but I'm not really affected too badly. I have Manectric Spirit Links, but I can just evolve it regularly. It does hurt my Verseekers significantly though. I see that there, as well as my Professor's Letters, but it's alright. Now, changing deck composition does help a bit, but the real way you deal with Seismitoad is to just destroy it. Seismitoad damage is actually very weak, because people don't usually use Grenade Hammer. Usually Quaking Punch is always used for continuing the lock, only does 30 damage. So people do use a Bracer to enhance it to 50, but it's still weak. Damage output is weak. Just take out Veltal, or you need some fast Pokemon which could just charge up regularly and just take it out. In this case, if Seismitoad has the item, it's going down 2 shot. And Yveltal comes out, gets the first hit, easily will take out Seismitoad because that's 100 damage base right there. It has 2 energies. So this deck does not have a problem with it. I have at least 3 videos eating up Seismitoad deck. But minor decks would probably have it. Anyways, let's move on.